Hare Krishna. So we have discussed text 1, text 2 and text 3. And as we already mentioned in our breakdown of the whole chapter, the summary of the whole chapter, that 1 to 3 is the prelude to Srimad Bhagavatam. Then 4 to 5 is setting the scene. And then 6 to 8 is qualifications of Suta Goswami, of Srila Suta Goswami. And then after that 9 to 23 are the questions by the sages, as the name of the chapter indicates. So with this breakdown, now we are at text 4. And text 4 and 5 sets the scene for how Srimad Bhagavatam was discussed for the second time in Naimisharanya by Srila Suta Goswami. Now Suta Goswami had heard while Shukdev Goswami spoke to Parikshit Maharaj. So when he comes and meets the assembly of sages at Naimisharanya, all the sages want to hear the mature knowledge of Suta Goswami after hearing from Shukdev Goswami. Now all the sages who are assembled at Naimisharanya, so the scene is that sages are assembled at Naimisharanya. Now when the sages are assembled and Suta Goswami arrives there as a speaker, so we will see in the translation, it says, text 4, once in a holy place in the forest of Naimisharanya, great sages headed by Sage Shaunaka assembled to perform 1,000-year sacrifice. So Srila Prabhupada in the purport explains very nicely about the importance of sacrifice. And especially the translation says, for the satisfaction of the Lord and His devotees. So how great sages are always anxious to perform welfare for people in general, by performing sacrifices for the satisfaction of Lord and His devotees. Now when they assembled, text 5 says, one day they offered a seat of esteem to Srila Suta Goswami. So very respectfully. So Srila Prabhupada mentions in the purport about the importance of seat of esteem, which is called Vyas Asan. One can study the purport for those details. And then he says, he made inquiries with great respect about the following matters. A lot of inquiries were made. Now these inquiries, 6 to 8, before placing the inquiries, text 9 onwards, 6 to 8, they place their confidence and create the right mood by enumerating the qualifications of Suta Goswami, who is the speaker now, who is the appointed speaker. They very systematically explain why they appoint Suta Goswami as the speaker. So 6 to 8, all the qualifications are mentioned. And then from text 9 onwards, or rather we will discuss 6 to 8 first. So in the 6th it is mentioned, Tvaya khalu puranani sa itihasani cha annaga akhyatani abhithitani dharma shastrani anyuta. Respected Suta Goswami, you are completely free from all vice. First qualification. Then he says, you are well versed in all the scriptures famous for religious life and in the Puranas and histories as well. For you have gone through them under proper guidance and have also explained them. So this is the second qualification. And then he says, you have heard under guidance and explained them. So Srila Prabhupada comments how hearing and explaining is the best way to assimilate a scripture, assimilate the knowledge. And then text 7 says that Suta Goswami is not only acquainted with the knowledge of Vyasadeva, but fully well versed in all kinds of physical and metaphysical knowledge. And text 8 says all this knowledge has converted into a wisdom, into realization, because he has very submissively gained the favors of all spiritual masters. So like that, in 3 verses, several qualifications of Suta Goswami are mentioned. Personal character, he is free from vice. In terms of knowledge, he has mastery over all the scriptures. And in terms of realization, he has gained that by service to spiritual masters. And after saying that, text 9 onwards, the inquiries are presented. So in the 9th verse, the first question is asked by the sages. And they say, if you can look in the 9th verse, they say, what is the absolute and ultimate good for people in general? Now when this is asked, what is the absolute and ultimate good for people in general, that is a very important inquiry sages are making. But then they are also wondering whether Kali, people in Kali, in the age of Kali, will they be able to understand all the scriptures? So in the 10th verse, they present the shortcomings of people of Kali Yuga. Because they have so many shortcomings. In text 10 it is explained, people have short lives. They live for a very short time. Age is very short. Not only that, whatever small time they have, they are quarrelsome. They often land up in so many conflicts. Whatever good times they have, they are lazy. Okay, whatever time they want to give, they are less intelligent. And even if they have some intelligence, they are unfortunate. They are misled by so many cheating religious systems. And if they come to the right place, the last word is in the translation, they are always disturbed by so many health problems and distractions, inner and outside distractions. So therefore, the next question, 11th verse, they place the second question, that please do not tell us all the scriptures. People in Kali Yuga will not be able to understand that. It's too complicated. So please tell us the essence of all scriptures. So first question is absolute and ultimate good. Second question is what is the essence of all scriptures. And then in the 12th verse, Suta janasi bhadram te bhagvana satvatam pati devakyam vasudevasya jato yasya chikirshaya. For what purpose personality of Godhead appeared in the womb of Devaki as the son of Vasudeva? So it is about birth of Supreme Lord Shri Krishna. And after questioning about the birth of Supreme Lord Krishna, so they have asked first question, second question, and now they ask third question. Why he took birth? Why he appeared as son of Vasudeva and Devaki? So 9th, 11th and 12th, first, second and third question. And after asking that, in 13th to 16th, they do not ask any question. They mainly express their enthusiasm in so many different ways. They create a right mood for Suta Goswami to speak by declaring how enthusiastic and how much confidence and how much faith they have in the subject matter which they are expecting to discuss. Because if the speaker is not convinced that the audience, the more the faith and the confidence the audience has, the more speaker is able to share the best knowledge. The more speaker gets enthused to share the knowledge. So in 13th, 14th, 15th and 16th, they place their confidence, they express their enthusiasm. We will discuss how. But after that, this 17th they ask their fourth question. And if you look at 17th verse, Tasya karmani udarani. So when the word comes tasya, tasya means about whom we asked the previous question, or about whom we are eager to discuss. That Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. Because in 12th they have asked about him, and in 13th to 16th they have expressed their eagerness. Now in 17th they are saying tasya, that Lord, karmani udarani, his activities are very, very magnificent. Parigitani suribhi. So Acharya explains that this verse is specifically asking about the activities of the Supreme Lord. With respect to material creation and spiritual creation. Because his creation is is a symbol of his magnanimous quality. So it says his transcendental acts are magnificent and gracious, and great learned sages like Narada sing of them. So we see in 12th verse it was the birth of Lord Krishna, in 17th it is the activities, and in 18th, so we will just, yeah. So 17th is the fourth question, and now we have 18th. 18th is the fifth question. What is the fifth question? Activities of Lord's incarnations. So we have questions about, first question was absolute and ultimate good. Next question was what is the essence of all scriptures. Third was about the birth of Lord Krishna, why he appeared as son of Vasudeva and Devaki. Fourth is activities of Lord Krishna, he is magnificent and gracious. And then fifth is activities of Lord's incarnation, specifically incarnation. And therefore if you see in 18th, it says Avatara Katha. Avatara Katha means, avatar refers to incarnations, the narrations about incarnations. Avatara Katha, that is an important word. And then again, as we saw, 13th to 16th, they had expressed their eagerness, enthusiasm. I would say, yeah. After 12th, 13 to 16, they had expressed eagerness. Then 17th, they had asked the fourth question. 18th, they are asking the fifth question. 12th, they had asked the third question. But now again, 19th till 22nd, they further express few verses sharing how much enthusiastic, how much eager they are to hear this subject matter, and how much faith they have in this subject matter about Sri Krishna. That is 19th, 22nd. And then 23rd, they place their sixth question. And what is the sixth question? In the 23rd verse, let us look at that. Bruhi Yogeshware Krishne Brahmane Dharma Varmani Swam Kashtamadunopete Dharmaka Sharanam Katha. Since Sri Krishna, the absolute truth, the master of all mystic powers, has departed for his own abode, to whom the religious principles have now gone for shelter. So after the disappearance of Lord, what is the shelter of religious principles? That is the sixth question. Where are we going to find religious principles when the Supreme Lord has left this planet? That is the sixth question. So now we have 9th verse, first question, 11th verse, second question. 9th verse question was, what is the absolute and ultimate good? 11th, what is the essence of all scriptures? Why Lord takes birth as the son of Vasudeva and Devaki? Activities of Supreme Lord, magnificent activities, especially with respect to creation. Activities of Lord's incarnations. So birth of Lord, activities of Lord, activities of Lord's incarnations. And then shelter of religious principles after Lord has departed. So Lord's appearance, Lord's activities, incarnations activities, disappearance. So that's how you can remember. Appearance, activities, birth and activities, janma and karma. Then karma of incarnation. And after karma, when Lord disappears, where are we going to find the Lord? Where are we going to find shelter? That way 6 questions are organized. Now, let us discuss some of the remaining verses of how sages express their enthusiasm. Hare Krishna.